Explore. So after you've discussed it and connected things, then explore more about it. Act it out, compare, contrast, do a little more depth in something, or maybe go broad instead, by tying things together. Then apply it, perform it, design, simulate, write, make a difference. Even though we'd read some books about World War II and hiding the Jews and stuff, that simulation, bam, all of a sudden that book comes to life, right? And so as you apply it, that's what brings it together. So don't take a picture yet, hang on. One more. Repeat. Start over then with a new topic as you do that. And each topic that you study, then you go through this process. And at first, okay, so it looks like a huge long list of stuff, but really it all ties together. It all flows from each other. So it's not like, oh, I have to do this, then this, then this. It really just comes together. Well, at first you might kind of feel like you need to look at the list and make sure you've got all the steps in there. But okay, so this is like my favorite history quote ever. He who cannot draw on 3,000 years is living from hand to mouth. And that's Goethe. I know I didn't say it right, but I didn't study German. But I think it's true. If you don't know anything except your own time period and your own culture, you are living from hand to mouth. You have to know more. To me, it's just obvious. So I think that's the end. Oh, so here's some resources. And a lot of these we have used or will use, but this gives you an idea. And the resources go from youngest to more mature stuff. The Story of Civilization by Durant is big. So several volumes and big fat ones and not super difficult to read for adults, but it's hard for kids. It's impossible for kids. But Story of the World or Child History of the World by Hillier, those are easy to get to and to find. And there's a lot of those. The Famous Men series is the one that we'll be using kind of as our base. And we love those by Greenleaf Press. But there are some great resources out there for history. So far they haven't pulled it all together. Somebody is writing a book about that. And hopefully one day it will be out when I'm not too busy to finish it. But I wanted to clue you into, if you've got the Well-Trained Mind, I'm not a super fan of everything that Susan Wise Bauer does, but and she even herself, I've heard her speak, and she says, our publisher made us put stuff in that looked more school-oriented, structure-wise, and so they wouldn't have done it exactly that way. But her history chapters are fabulous, and they have huge lists of resources and ideas of how you can incorporate timelines and notebooks and writing and reading about history and all of that together. So that's really good if you have that book, or you can get it usually at the library. It's pretty popular. So anyway, and then usually I do this presentation where they don't know about Family Lyceum, so there's the little plug. So are there some questions? Yes?
Are you going to include that resource list on our...
I totally can. Yes, we totally
like
can.
For the hard class,
Uh-huh.
can you give us
Yes.
resources and stuff? Okay.
Oh, geez. Write that down. We're gonna make sure we put that on the, yeah, we totally can do that. Yep. Yes?
You're talking about Susan Wise Bauer's, the section of history.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the history of the world?
No. So she has a book called The Well-Trained Mind.
Yes, I have that book.
Yeah,
I
so
haven't read very much of it.
yeah, that's okay. Read the history. What I'm telling you is read the history chapters of that book.
Okay.
Because she espouses a classical approach to education, which I'm not a huge fan of the younger years, the classical. But I totally love it for older kids. I think it's great for older kids, but I don't really love the structure for younger kids, the form for younger kids that she has. Yeah. Yeah, so just read the history chapters, and that'll give you good ideas even for older kids. Even the younger history chapters, I think, are good ideas for older kids as well. That's my opinion. So, other questions? Okay. So, don't be shy about history. Don't have the bad taste in your mouth like I did for history. Come to love it, and you will as we study together. And the cool thing about this is with the family reads, we'll all be studying, and with the Hearth class, we'll be studying it together. And so that is, in and of itself, I think, just so exciting. I felt alone trying to do this sometimes, just by myself or with a few friends. This, having a group that you can do it with, is so great. So, anyway. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to